All right, everybody, welcome back to the deep dive.
Today we're going to do a deep dive into something that has the potential to really seriously shake up our digital world as we know it.
Yep.
Elon Musk's xAI and its brand new API featuring this rebellious language model called Grok.
Yeah.
So imagine having an AI that could handle all your travel plans, all your smart home stuff, but do it all with like a dash of personality.
Totally.
We're here to figure out, is this the future of AI or is this just another tech hype cycle?
It's so interesting because what's really caught my eye is this idea of AI that's moving beyond just like text conversation into actually doing things for us in the real world. You know, like this Grok at the core of xAI's API, it's built to be much more connected to live information external systems. Like think about your calendar or your, favorite apps or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I have to admit, when I first heard about it.
Like an AI that was rebellious. I was kind of picturing like a robot uprising situation, which was a little concerning, but
Right.
Seriously, what exactly is Grok and what makes it so different from these other AI assistants out there like ChatGPT?
Well, in a lot of ways, it's similar to ChatGPT in that it's a large language model, but xAI is trying to make Grok a lot more dynamic and less like you're just talking to a computer.
Right.
So they call it rebellious. It's almost like it has this personality of its own. But what really makes it different, I think, is this ability to connect with things like databases and online tools.
Right.
All thanks to something called function calling.
Okay. Function calling. Lay it on me. How does that work?
Okay, so imagine...
And what does that actually do?
Imagine you're using like an app that's powered by Grok and you want to plan a trip. Okay, so with this function calling, Grok can actually go out.
And interact with like travel websites, airline databases, find you the best flight deals.
Okay.
Even suggest places to stay based on what you like.
So it's not just...
It goes way beyond just giving information.
Right.
It's like Grok can take actions.
So it's like having a super powered personal assistant that can like make reservations, book appointments, all that jazz.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is not just answering trivia questions anymore.
No.
So how much access do we have to this right now?
So right now, xAI has launched its API.
Okay.
Which is basically a toolbox for developers to start building apps with Grok.
Right.
The catch is it's in beta right now, so it's still under development.
Oh, okay.
So not everything is available just yet.
So it's like a sneak peek behind the curtain.
Exactly.
What about the future of this tech?
Yeah.
Are there any cool updates on the horizon?
Yeah, well, they've mentioned that they're working on adding vision models, which is really cool. Because that would allow Grok to understand images and videos in addition to just text. So think about like...
That's crazy.
The potential for image recognition or, content creation.
Yeah.
Maybe it could even help you organize like the thousands of photos you've got just sitting on your phone.
That's wild. Okay, speaking of information overload.
Sure.
How does this whole thing with Grok tapping into real-time data from formerly Twitter, how does that work?
Right.
What does that even mean for us?
So that's a key piece of the puzzle here.
Okay.
They're using this massive amount of data from X to train Grok and make it like hyper aware of current events and trends. So imagine like an AI assistant that can tell you not just like the weather forecast, but what people on X are saying about the crazy heat wave.
It's odd.
Or that sudden downpour that just came out of nowhere.
Okay, I can see how that would be incredibly useful, having access to that constant stream of information.
Real-time insights.
But it does make you wonder about the potential downside.
You're right to raise that point.
Like, what about privacy?
Yeah, this whole strategy of using X data has sparked some debate about privacy.
Yeah.
Especially in Europe, where they have strict data regulations.
Right, of course.
So it's a tricky balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do we sort of leverage the power of all this data without compromising individual privacy?
It definitely feels like xAI is entering a pretty competitive arena here, going head to head with big names like OpenAI and Anthropic. How does this new API and Grok stand out from the crowd? What makes it unique?
Well, it's a crowded field for sure, but I think what xAI is offering is something different.
Okay.
They're betting that Grok's unique personality and this rebellious style will be a major draw for developers who want to create apps that are, more engaging, more fun to use.
Okay.
Because it's not just about what AI can do. It's about how it makes you feel while it's doing it.
So they're not just building another AI assistant. They're building one with a bit of an attitude.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, is this the future of AI?
Yeah.
One that's less about cold efficiency and more about feeling like you're interacting with something.
Yeah.
Well, more human.
That's the $1 million question, right?
Yep. Yeah.
As AI becomes a bigger part of our lives.
Right.
It's so important to think about not just the how, but the why. What kind of relationship do we want to have with these increasingly intelligent machines?
This has been a wild ride.
Yeah, it has.
We've learned about Grok, this rebellious language model with a personality, and how xAI's API is really pushing the boundaries of what AI can do in our everyday lives.
And it's more than just the tech itself.
Right.
It brings up all these fundamental questions about how we interact with AI, the ethics of using these massive data sets, and the potential impact, both good and bad, on our digital lives.
It really makes you think, what if the next big tech revolution isn't about making things faster or automating everything, but about creating an AI that feels more like interacting with another person?
Right.
I don't know about you, but this whole idea of rebellious AI has me both excited and a little bit terrified.
I know, me too.
In a good way, of course.
Of course.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive, and we'll see you next time.
Sounds good.